I'm going to be honest and say that those men did not fumble a single thing because, to tell you the truth, I am a piece of shit.
Need a man. I need a man because I'm tired of doing a man's job. I don't want to be an independent woman anymore. I had that grill delivered 3 months ago and I still haven't put it together because I don't know how. And I don't want to, and I don't want to learn. My gas heater broke and I don't know how to fix it. My garden beds need tended to. I don't want to do any funny business, but I play golf with you and I make a really good old fashioned. Let me know.
I'm about to say something controversial and annoying, but I hate being asked out to dinner because it feels like someone's trying to bribe me with food. Like they want me to like bend to their will and do what they want in exchange for free food. It kind of feels like insulting to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey guys, can I be vulnerable? I'm actually supposed to go on a date, like right now. I was supposed to be on a date right now, but this man was very inconsistent. And I messaged him like, hey, this is actually off-putting and I don't really want to go anymore. And he was like, yeah, actually, likewise, I don't want to go. You planned the date. You planned the date. You made the plans. Why? And like, I just feel like my time is wasted. I put on a cute outfit. I did my hair and I just feel rejected. I feel so rejected. I feel so rejected, but it's like, bitch, like, and it's Sunday. I'm missing my ex. Like, this is not a good time for me right now. Genuinely, like, I could cry. I could cry.
I'm more mad at myself. I'm more mad at myself that I allowed this to happen because it's affecting my daughter. And it's not something I can take back. It's not something that I can just, like, go back in time and change it up. It's, like, the consequences of my actions. It's me ignoring everything that God was trying to show me day in and day out because I knew the type of person he already was. I knew that he didn't have it in him. I knew that his core value is trash. Like, I hate that I allowed this to get to this point and there's no takebacks.
Just to balance things out so I don't look like a man hater, I also want to throw in there that some of your favorite life coaches and therapists are really just high-paid escorts in Dubai.
I went on a date where I offered to pay and he let me. You're done. You're done.
Can a man on this app explain to me why I'll be just like walking through a bar and a guy will like put out his hand to fist bump me and I'll fist bump them and I'll just keep walking, they don't stop me? And this happened to me like a few times last night where I was just walking, like just got my drink walking, they put out their hand, fist bump, and I just keep walking, they don't say anything. Like, what, do they want me to stop? Like, why, do they just want to like touch knucks? Like, what's the phenomenon? Like, what's the obsession with like what does that mean? Can a man on this app explain what the, like, he doesn't say anything. He just, hello?
Do men have like the one that got away type thing? Because a man told me that men very rarely end up with their first choice, like the one they wanted. They very rarely end up with that person. So that means me as a female would probably be your second choice, third choice, fourth choice, fifth choice. Like, if I'm not even in your top 10, just kind of like, no. But I'm not your first choice. Damn.
So this Hinge video has been misinterpreted to no one's fault but my own. Using the word ugly and also using it in the context of blaming other people for my singleness is not what I was trying to do with that video at all. What I was actually feeling in that moment was dating fatigue and how hard dating is right now. Modern dating sucks. Dating apps suck. That's what I was trying to convey. Obviously, we don't get anywhere near that message with the video I actually made and posted. The comments that got to me the most and what made me want to make this video was that people were saying that they felt like they were on the receiving end of what my video was about, and that's why they stopped going on dating apps or putting themselves out there, and I hate that. So I hate that my video could have validated someone's experience of getting rejected and feeling like it could be because of the way they look or how they're perceived. And using the word ugly was just not an accurate description of what I was feeling. It was a bit of a blanket statement, and I should have used my words more carefully, and for that, I will be better in the future.
What body count is too high for a woman and for a man?
I be a goldfish. Stop counting. Forget immediately. It's not about body counts. It's about, like, again, you know, they say that if you're thinking about the past, you're depressed. If you're thinking about the future, you're stressed. But if you're in the present, then, you know, you're happiest, right? So it's not about a body count. It shouldn't be about a body count. It shouldn't be about who you've been with or who the other person has been with. It should be more about, like, do I want to be with this person? Yes or no? Forget about what happened in the past.
What about if she has had 100 partners?
So she's a porn star. It's, you know, the oldest profession, right? I don't know. I think that if she's had 100, she
a virgin or 100.
Okay, I mean, like, if she's had 100, she's probably not telling you that she had 100. You know, she's probably saying, "Yeah, I had a handful or two." You know, but it doesn't. If it's more about, like, is this person right for you? It should never be about what they've done in the past. Unless they have, like, a criminal record that says that they're going to be stalking you and, like, burning your car.
Bro, with your own analogy with the criminal record, you just destroyed your own argument.
I know that things are rough in the dating scene, but I promise you, the love of your life is not a white man. Don't go on dates with them. Like, you can do better. Like, I promise you that whatever you're going through right now, a white man is not going to fix that.
What? What are you talking about?
If your fiance is at a resort in Cancun, Mexico, and y'all are about to get married, but she's with her blonde friend, she's cheating on you. So we're at this resort, right? And we noticed, like, last night, there was, like, a group of, like, 18-year-old boys, like, fresh out of puberty, and they were with, like, two girls that looked like kind of older. And we kind of were, like, assuming what was happening because we were obviously people watching. Shut the fuck. And we're like, okay, maybe that's, like, a guy's older sister. And then Brooke was like, no, they've been flirting. Like, I saw them meet. They've been flirting. And so this girl and her blonde friend are, like, flirting up a storm all day and night with these group of 18-year-old boys. So finally we meet a guy who's, like, mutuals with a group of boys. And we're like, what the fuck is the age group thing? Like, I just want to know. We're nosy. And he's like, yeah, they're both, like, 32. And they're, like, 19. Y'all are literally 17, acting like you're 18, but besides that point. And one of them is about to get married. And we're like, married? And he's like, yes. She literally has an engagement ring on. She's about to get married, but she's flirting with the 18-year-olds. And, like, they've been hanging out, and I'm like, ew, like, you're gross. And so we're sitting there looking at them. She's brunette, and she's with her blonde friend in Cancun, Mexico, at a resort. It starts with a P. I don't want to say where we're at. And they've definitely been, like, flirting with you. What?
These guys are annoying.
Yeah, so if that's your fiance, she's cheating on you with an 18-year-old. So hope this helps.
How come I can't find any good men? How come I can't find a man that stays committed to me and is loyal to me? From what I understand, all men cheat. Doesn't seem to be the case here.
Yeah, so I'm about to do story time on how I got caught cheating 2 years ago in 2022. Y'all probably like, why are you telling us about this? From all the way from 2022. I was a Cook County Sheriff Correctional Officer at 2600 in California. And this is just so crazy, y'all. Like, me cheating, like, ruined my life. I ain't gonna see it. Like, this is like story time that's gonna lead all the way up until me going to jail and everything. Like, I'm just gonna start this. I'm not finna do everything tonight. I'm just gonna start off on how I got caught cheating. I'm gonna inform y'all, I have ADHD. So I might go in and out from this one thing to another, but it's all gonna come back together. Just stay with me. But so I was with this that kept cheating on me. I kept catching him cheating on me. I was just, just doing everything in my power to just love on him, and he just would not get it right. When I get it right, I'm trying my hardest to be loyal. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit cheat back. Like, I know that's not the right thing to do. I know you should just really just if I'm on you wrong, you should just get up and leave. Especially with one thing about it, if you cheat on a, you get caught, and then gonna let you hear the last of it. He gonna disrespect you. He will never have respect for you. Even if he love the fuck out of you, wanna let you go, he will never respect you again. So if you gonna cheat on him, never get caught. So my dumb ass got caught, and this is why I don't cheat, because I don't know how to cheat. I don't know how to entertain more than one person. And then I was dealing with him, even though he was cheating, he gave a f about me. Like, he knew me inside and out. So it was just crazy how he caught me. He caught me so fast, y'all. Like, so fast. Like, I didn't even get a chance to really do with the real. So, basically, this had happened. So I basically got to a point where, like, I'm just gonna start talking to me. I'm the type of bitch that will basically cheat on a nigga and hop in a whole new relationship. I ain't gonna leave and then go get her. I'm a relationship type of girl. I don't believe in healing. Once I'm done with your ass, because for one, I'm already be mentally gone for a long time. So once I'm done with your ass, I'm a family that I really, really like, fall for him, and hop in a relationship with him. That's the type of bitch I am. So I pretty much ended up finding somebody I really, really, really like. So it was just like, one day I was just like, I'm just tired of this. So it was so many kept trying to talk to me in the county, but I just would not get them the time of the day at all. Like, I wouldn't look at their ass. It's just like, y'all cringe. So one day, some shit down on my tier. When some show down your tier, you gotta call all available or 1010, whatever. All the officers gonna come running to the tier. Now, I ain't never seen this. So this he was the main one ready. That's why I know. I was just about to say something. Let me shut the up. I'm talking too much. But he was like ready, just like ready to knock him out for me. So basically, after an incident happened on your tier, you have to do a report. So I ended up going down the hall and doing a report. Now, this is my first time having to do a report. I never did a report, so I need help. So I look up from the computer. The first person I see straight ahead at a tier, in his tier, well, outside of his tier, I'm like, you, come here and help me with this report. He helped me with the report. And it's like, from that day forward, like, he was coming to my tier, checking up on me, and it was just like, something about him, like, couldn't no other than that get my attention, but he was just like, I like you. So, we instantly connected and instantly just planned a date. My stupid is, I was doing hella 16s. So I basically told my that I was going in on my off day. But what I fucked up is getting my hair done. And it's really my goofy ass stylist. My stylist the reason why I got caught. You the reason why I got caught, because she was supposed to do my hair the day before. So because the plan was gonna leave and be gone the whole entire day. So, or matter of fact, no, they're supposed to do my hair earliest and ended up having to do it later. So now my day started later than it was supposed to. So now it's giving my time to be like, this can't be going to do no overtime. Why this motherfucker? I got so motherfucker that day. Woo! He like, why this bitch? Like, he was like, let me see your location, share your location with me. Like, he just was suspicious. It was like he was having a woman's intuition. So I just still on some plans, like, let him get the location, because I knew what I was finna go to do. And like, when it comes to the county, you really don't supposed to have your phone in the county. So basically what I did was I took all my uniform with me. I went and got ready at my auntie house. My auntie lived up the street from the county. So I changed there. I talked to him up until I got to the county and parked my car. I leave my work bag in the backseat. This is why I feel bad. I'm so stupid. I really feel bad where I parked it. I should have parked in one of the other parking lots where where it's not open. I parked in the county parking lot that was open. So I parked my car. I basically put my phone in an armrest so he can think I'm at work all day. So I didn't have my phone at all, because in his head, I gotta be in the county without my phone anyway. So he see my location, so it's like I'm at work. But again, it's like he had a woman's intuition. So I'm out all day. Basically, I'm gone on this date all day. We done did multiple things, whatever we did. And I made it like I was on the whole shift. So I made sure I was back to my car by 11 o'clock. I get to my car. I'm so stupid, y'all. I get in my car and I grab my phone. Basically, he had been texting and calling me all day. He was saying, I miss you. He was sending me stuff he wanted me to buy him. All type of stuff. So he was just making it seem like he was just cool. Next thing you know, I'm driving I feel air. The windows is up. Where I feel, I look back, the back seat of my window bust. And then I'm looking like, what's going on? I look back and I see my work bag is gone. I knew right then and there this caught me. He came up to the motherfucking, busted the motherfucker out, took my work bag, just basically letting me know, like, bitch, you can't even lie about it. Like, you can't lie about it.
And this is the mindset. This is the mental state of a lot of modern women. There was one thing that she said, and I think this was 8 parts. I decided to just stop at 1, right? You busted, you caught. Instead of her leaving the dude, because I think she said the dude cheated on her. Instead of her leaving the dude, she decided to go back into the relationship and say, I'm going to cheat back. Okay, fine, do whatever you want. But then after he caught her, she said, well, I'm not going to go home because I feel like me and him going to get into it physically. So she went and stayed at her mama's house, auntie's house, all that other stuff. Modern women continue to stay in toxic situations, continue to get themselves in toxic situations, will not leave until it's too late. And then years down the road, when you got all this baggage, children and all these other things, you're going to want a man to come through and heal you. Take the time to be patient with you. Oh, I didn't trust him and it took him 10 years to break my walls down and he's a good man, Savannah. No. You need to learn to take accountability, move on, and figure out, how can I heal myself? How can I do better? And how can I find a good man?
Somewhere out there is a man who would wear my around his face like a mask after I worked out in them for 6 hours. And for some reason, I'm still stuck on the boy with 0 emotional intelligence and 10 black toenails. How did we get here?
Men don't want expensive gifts. What they want are unforgettable nights in bed. It's really that simple, I promise.
So I have a question. Okay, I'm on the dating apps because I'm bored and I hate myself, but like I always pause it or put it on snooze or whatever. But I was just like bored and I was swiping. So I matched with this one guy and he immediately like messages and he's like, you're cute, like, hey, how are you? You're cute. And then after that immediately was like, how tall are you? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I've never been asked that before. But then I was like, oh, he's trying to determine what kind of fat girl I am. Like, if I'm a taller fat girl, or I'm just a short fat girl, right? Because, yeah. I was like, oh, this is so interesting. Like, sorry, but I'm a short fatty. That's what I am. And it's not like he's a tall guy. Like, according to his profile, he's 6'3". So it's not like he was worried about me being taller than him. So I thought that was interesting. Also, too, like, it's so funny because people are like, oh, like, if you're fat, like, why don't you date a bigger guy? Like, your body type. And I'm like, you guys don't even understand. Like, big guys, like, fat guys don't like bigger girls. They don't like us. Like, if I'm being honest, majority of them. Okay, I'm not trying to say all of them before people come at me. But yeah, I'm usually guys who are into me are like the gym bros, or they're tall and like thin, which I'm okay with. Like, I'm okay with that. But yeah, this guy was like a bigger guy, heavy set guy. So it's just funny how they don't like us. They don't like big girls. And he was, I don't know, I've never been asked that question before, ever.
Just put the fries in the bag, ma'am.
I just wish that when you were born that you already knew who like your perfect match was, or like your soulmate, and you didn't have to like go and find love and like go on dates, because like I am straight up not having a good time. Like, this is not fun. It's not even enjoyable at this point. Like, I just don't want to do it anymore, but kind of have to.
One of my red flags is my inability to see a man's red flags. Tell me why. I went out on a date with this guy that I met on Hinge, swiped right, and I should have had a second thought there because he has a male tramp stamp tattoo that says sinner, but like, whatever. Swiped right, we go out on a date, and it was fun, like, whatever. He tells me that he is an ex-heroin addict. He shows me all the scars and track marks on his arms and legs, but that didn't do it for me, I guess, because then we went on a second date after he ghosted me for like 2 months, but then we go on a second date. Second date, he pulls up to my apartment. We're going to Chili's, okay? I get in his car. He has no gas. His registration's out by like a few years. We get pulled over. He hits a curb as he's getting pulled over. The cop comes like, why is your registration out? It's a work car, la-di-da-di-da, whatever. And then we go to Chili's. He parks in a handicap spot. The marks at Chili's kind of hit though, like.
All right, y'all. So do you side with a man or woman in the case I'm about to present here? Okay, I'm actually going to side with the man on it, but I'd like to hear what you have to say. So this man and this woman, husband and wife, they're having a party. They've been married for a couple years, and the guy's stepkid, her kid, is there at the party. Everybody's having a good time or whatever, and he's giving relationship advice to some of their friends. And she comes over and says, don't take relationship advice from him. And he thinks she's playing around and says, well, it got me you, didn't it? And he gives her a kiss or whatever. And she says, the only reason you got me is because I was recently divorced, scared, and I had a kid. And basically he was a safe choice. And he goes silent. Right? And I mean, I don't know. That would be so freaking devastating. Okay. But a couple days later, she realizes how silent and how affected he is. And she tries apologizing. He said, I'll be okay. And then like 2 weeks later, she's starting to get into panic because he will not talk to her. He won't do anything. She starts cooking his favorite foods, trying to do all the things that he likes, even goes so far as to have their kids go stay at her parents' house, or there's his stepkid and her kid go stay at the parents' house. And then she takes him somewhere that was important to them. And they go stay a couple nights there. And then when they come back, he goes to work for a couple days. He comes back. As soon as he walks in the door, he said, can you sit down on the couch for a second? Sits down and said, we're done. We're getting a divorce. And she tried everything. She begged him not to go. She said, I love you now. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I actually side with the guy on this. And I'm not trying to be mean. I understand everybody's situation would be different. But the fact of the matter is, and a lot of people are going to say, no, you work harder on a marriage. To me, that contract's null and void because she did not love him when she got into the relationship. Okay. She saw safety. She was panicked after her recent divorce, being a stay-at-home mom with a single kid. So she latched onto the first guy she didn't even love because he had money and could provide safety. And that's what she did, and admitted that's what she did. And so when he found out, he's like, oh, you don't love me? I don't want you then. Okay. The only thing that gives me hesitation about ending the marriage and everything would be the kid. How attached to him is the kid? Because it sounded like the other father wasn't in, he's a father figure, but the other real dad wasn't in the picture. And so you kind of don't want to harm the kid, but I'm also one who does not believe in parenting marriages. I've seen 4 of them in my own life. Every single one of them have their kids horrible messes, multiple divorces when they get older and all that stuff. But that's a side subject. This subject is, do you agree with this guy for divorcing her? She said she admitted she didn't love him. She just chose him for safety. And to me, that would be about the only more devastating thing a woman could do is love me and then cheat on me, which to me means she never really loved me in the first place.
I've been in a relationship for some time now, and I just gotta ask, how do you know you love me?
You don't want the answer to that.
Yes, I do.
No, but like you really don't. And you know I'm the type of person I'm always gonna tell you the truth no matter what.
Right.
And you don't want the answer to that.
I do want I want the honest, truthful answer to
No, I
this.
promise you, like if I tell you the answer, we might break up.
I want the answer.
You sure? No, like you sure? Like I'm really giving you the chance to back out of this. Are you sure? 100% positive. This is what you want.
I am 100% sure I want the answer.
Your pussy is trash, and I didn't care. That's how I knew I really was in love with you.
Wow.
I told you didn't want to hear that. But I love you. Like I love you for everything else. You feel me? Like I'm just not here for sex. You feel me? Genuine love, but that's how I knew I really loved you.
Wow.
What do you mean I'm not going to meet my husband by sitting on the couch for the 85th Saturday in a row watching Shrek 2, eating shelled edamame, and drinking wine by myself? That just doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathin', so cheers.
Am I the asshole for divorcing my depressed wife because her induced spending are dragging me down?
Induced spending?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. At what point do I leave my wife because of her induced spending that's dragging me down? When my wife and I met, I was an MBA program and she was finishing up her certification process to become a nurse anesthesiologist. I was drawn to the drive and optimistic view of the world. We were both young adults who saw the world as an endless source of opportunity. We discussed having kids when we were more established in our career. After graduation, we both went to work. I got a job consulting, making $200K a year with a signing bonus, and have continued to grow in my career. My wife was crushing it at her dream hospital, making $150K before overtime. We were happy, traveling, and enjoying ourselves. We eventually bought our dream home and were truly living our dreams. Until about 3 years ago, my wife had a mental breakdown at home between shifts at the hospital. She was eventually hospitalized for a few weeks. After she came home, we agreed that she would take 6 months off to recover and that I would take care of us. Immediately, she started spending an average of $2,000 to $3,000 every week, traveling with her friends and weekend trips. She stopped helping around the house and was constantly out of the house. I completely supported this for 6 months. She said it was part of her healing process, and I understood entirely through sickness and in health. Then the agreed 6 months passed, and I asked if she was ready to return to work at least part-time. This caused her to shut down, so I backed off. Then a year passed and I revisited again. Another breakdown ensued. I asked if she was ready to consider starting a family and just being a homemaker instead of going back to work. We were in a great financial position and didn't need her money. She agreed, and for the last year, we have been trying to have a baby. We've even done fertility testing and been giving a "you are both healthy, so keep trying" last week from the doctor. Last week, I was driving her car and I dropped my phone, so I pulled over to grab it from underneath the driver's seat. And to my surprise, I found birth control pills. I was shocked and turned around on my way from work to confront her. She broke down and called me for trying to force kids onto her. She's never told me that she didn't want kids, and I would absolutely never push her. She then started blaming me for the breakdown. She said it's my fault she can't work. I then brought up how I have handled 95% of the cooking and cleaning for the past 3 years because I was just trying to support her and allow her to heal while she traveled and racked up a $10,000 credit card bill every single month for me to pay off. She has shut down and refuses to talk to me. I've been sleeping at our vacation house because she says it's detrimental to her mental health to share a space with me as her. I can't shake the feeling that I have been lied to and taken advantage of now for years. I want a divorce, but at the same time, if she is genuinely sick, I don't want to abandon her. Am I the asshole for even considering leaving my sick wife? I can't shake the feeling that I'm selfish for even considering this.
Not at all. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I feel this way.
And really, honestly and truly, this is what a lot of men run into with modern women. They cooperate, they do what they're supposed to be doing. But then, like some have said, after they get the ring, then they start acting a fool. And this is why a lot of men don't want to get married. This is why a lot of men are happy being single. There's a lot of dudes that have been married that are saying, this is what I run into. Absolutely not. No more.
When you give a guy that's not your type a chance, you always lose.
I mean, y'all still picking the wrong guy regardless of who y'all give a chance, so I guess it really don't matter.
I just got back from a first date and we matched on Hinge, and I just don't really know why I'm still doing all of these meaningless first dates that is leading nowhere. Like, at this point, I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28, I'm just so convinced that not everyone's lucky enough to find their lifetime partner, and I'm okay with it. Like, I finally came to a realization that I'm accepting that I might just ended up being alone forever.
Anything a woman tells you about her ex, you always got to take at face value, because they'll never tell you the role that they played in the breakup.
He was not satisfied at home. I don't know how many different girlfriends he had during this time, but I think there were quite a few. Young women, listen to my advice. If you're married and you think you're happily married and your husband starts to cheat on you, he's a piece of shit. And look at him as a piece of shit. Get out of it. Get out of that marriage. But I couldn't do that. Couldn't walk away.
Didn't you have an affair early on in the relationship, or when you were
yeah, but I don't think Andy ever knew about that.
He did say he knew about it.
He did?
Yes, you would confess to him.
Oh.
He says he didn't stray from the marriage until you told him you had already strayed.
Oh, that's not true. I don't think.
Stop lying! Stop lying! But what happened? You had an affair?
I had a very brief affair with a very attractive Irish man. And it was just nothing.
It's a dirty game. Stay focused, though.
And why out of nowhere has it become a trend for women to come on here and publicly announce that they are celibate? Like, What is the purpose of it? First of all, celibacy and abstinence is two different things. Look up the differences, because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are not celibate. And then they go on here and say it's been 2 months. Good for you. 2 months, great. But why announce it?
I don't think in my entire adult life I've ever had a proper date. Like proper date, the kind you see in movies, where you go to dinner, you have a few drinks, good conversation, minor fashion faux pas, but we don't need to talk about that, right? And you part ways at the end of the night with no expectations. And don't come at me and say that he wasn't that into me, okay? We have a second date. You're wrong. We have a second date. I think what it's really done is shown me that there are good men out there that want to date. Because having had a marriage that failed after 17 plus years, it's really made me realize it's because we stopped dating each other. We stopped prioritizing each other and putting each other first and putting us first. And this isn't a phase. There's no phase. There's no single phase, party girl phase, whatever you want to call it. It's all about me for once. And it feels so good. So thank you guys for all the messages and all the support, because I had a great time, and I can't wait to update y'all on my second date. Much love, all of y'all.
That's what men have been saying for a long, long time. There's good guys out there, but y'all are just running into the wrong ones.
As many people know, is I've had this same gym crush for about maybe a year and a half already. And only because I post a lot about it. But anyways, I hardly ever like anyone. So the fact that I like this man and I've liked him for like a year and a half, I can find someone attractive, but I don't necessarily like the person unless I know them personally. And I don't know him personally, but for some reason I really, really like him. It's like buff, but he's not skinny or too buff, if that makes sense. He has like a little beard going on. But like not a full beard, like a very trim beard. When I first started going to that gym, which was like a year and a half ago in December of 2023, I noticed that he was a loner and so was I, which is why I liked him even more. And I'm like, oh, he's cute, whatever. Like, I think a bunch of guys are cute, but something about him, I don't know what it is that I'm drawn to. He hasn't talked to any girls there. He hasn't talked to any guys. I haven't talked to either guys or girls. And then I guess I've gone up to, but I don't think he sees that. But recently he started bringing like this one friend, and ever since then, like, and it's a guy friend, and ever since then, like, a lot of guys started going up to him, like being all friendly and stuff. And so he has now acquaintances at the gym, like when he says what's up or whatever, but they're all guys. And I saw this one girl go up to him and I was freaking out. They were having like a decent amount of time to talk, and I was like, wait. But then like after that, like the girl never approached him again, not that I've seen. And so yeah, so now he just talks to guys and I just talk to no one. I've gotten told, oh my god, just talk to him, like you're never gonna talk to him, maybe he's just shy. But like, I want someone who's like not the type to go up to girls, which is good that he's not going up to me or anybody or any girl whatsoever. But like, I just feel like if you want something, get it, you know? Like, that's what I do. But then again, that's what I'm not doing by not talking to him. But at the same time, it's like, I'm in my feminine era right now. I don't have to go up to him. But I do see people's point in saying like for me to go up to him instead, because maybe he thinks like I'm not approachable. But I might just go up to him, but like not in like a flirty way, but more like a friendly, I just want to be your acquaintance way.
You know, contrary to popular belief among these modern women, it is okay to go up and say hi to somebody.
I just literally saw TikTok with a man complaining about a first date, and he was not wrong. So the guy takes the woman out with her daughter. They go to an arcade, and basically he pays the first $25. I know where that's at because I've done that. And then the girl runs out of the $25 in points or whatever. And basically he's led to pay again for another $25. And I'm like, wow, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I don't even do that much. Sometimes I do, but you usually save it for more than one time at the arcade. My point is this. First, he didn't say anything. Second is that is not that girl's father. So he shouldn't have to pay for anything for her, especially when they're not together. They're just starting to date. That was like a first date. What kind of thing is that? Why would you expect someone, a guy, to pay for your daughter or child when they're not even part of their lives? Not only does he have to pay for you, but he also has to pay for your daughter, and you're not even, it's a first date, you're not even together. That is too much. Then she says that she wants to be a kept woman. And I'm like, oh Jesus, this is what it is. She's trying to like test him to see if she can be a kept woman with him. And obviously she cannot be a kept woman. I want to know, girls, as a feminist, y'all could do whatever you want. But when do you get to the point where you just don't want to do anything? You just want to be at home doing nothing, basically, because your child is old enough to go to school. So what are you going to be doing home? You already cleaned up the house. What else are you going to be doing? In olden times, we were never in the position where we had the ability to go to work, the ability to choose something other than being a mother. And now that we get to choose, some of y'all just want to be nothing. Because if at least you have more than one kid, like at least you had, something to do at home, but you just want to be kept just because you want to be home doing nothing.
I have been a fool. In between Wednesday, Thursday, and today on Sunday, I've spent so many years defending Black women who are under the age of 40, but I just need to keep my mouth shut. I just need to be quiet. I was in a panel earlier today, and there was a group of young Black men with good careers, good families, married, well-spoken, and they were speaking about what needs to be done with the degenerate YNs in our community. And there were so many Black women giving these men pushback. So many Black women going up for the YNs. But these are the same Black women that will be out here crying and disgusted, talking about these men don't want to commit to us, talking about these men are creating broken homes, talking about the amount of Black men that are going to prison or committing against women in our community. But literally, we're giving all of this pushback and smoke towards the upstanding Black men in our community that we should be supporting. Then I was in another panel, and there was a group of Black women literally caping for 304 literally talking about how, women should be allowed to dress inappropriately around children in our community. Literally talking about women being allowed to run around with their booty cheeks out, with their cakes out, and that if other people find it offensive, that they just have control issues. No, there's a such thing as indecent exposure. Talking about how as Black people, we shouldn't be concerned about our image. And I was just like, what the Like, do I live on the Twilight Zone? However I got on this timeline, I want to get off of it. I want to get out of it. I don't want to be here.
Reason number 1001 why I will never get into another romantic relationship with a man. So I go across the street to get some chicken noodle soup for lunch, right? And the store clerk is having a conversation with this gentleman that was purchasing something. And I just kind of heard the end of their conversation, but basically he was saying, like, society says that men are not supposed to hit women, but it's okay for women to put their hands on men. And he's like, I don't care who it is. If any woman touches me, I'm gonna hit her back. And da-da-da-da-da. So that kind of caught my attention, and I really looked at this man, and he's a man. He's a big man. He's tall. He's heavy set, he's muscular. And I'm like, if this man puts his hand on a woman, even in self-defense, he's gonna floor her. And I got to thinking, he's right. Nobody should put their hands on anybody, male or female. But when you have that physical advantage over a woman, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be so okay with hitting back. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. No, first of all, so why are you even entertaining or even considering women that you feel like you have to put your hands on? If I ever feel like a man will put his hands on me for any reason, if I even get an inkling that he will put his hands on me, you ain't never got to worry about me talking to you again or continuing any interaction with you. And the fact that you're so comfortable with hitting back a female, you know, like you can hurt somebody. You know, I have sons and I always tell them, you know, don't put your hands on a woman, don't put your hands on a woman, don't put your hands on a woman. But it's the way that he was saying it, like he was ready, like, yeah, I'm putting my hands on her too, I'm gonna hit her too. And that just, you're a big man, you're a strong man, and I'm a big girl, like I'm like 200 pounds, but if me and that man were to go head to head, I would be done. It would be over for me, you know. And I just don't like the idea of any man thinking it's okay to put hands. I feel like there's other things we can do, you know, before we resort to going at a person that's physically weaker than you, that's height-wise short. Like, it's yeah, I'm gonna just be single over here, so I don't I'm just every day they show me why I'd rather be by myself, eating my soup, and I'll stay safe.
You know, I guess I'm just wondering why, when it was her in that position and she knew she was too small to be messing around with this guy, there were no other possible ways to restrain herself. But all of a sudden, because he's so big, he's just so much bigger than she is, so much more massive, all of a sudden there's a plethora of things that he could have done to not put his hands on her. Why are modern women not able to exercise, or why are they not strongly encouraged like he is to exercise the same amount of restraint? That's interesting.